So, welcome to I Want to Talk About Things. I'm making this series of video kind of to preserve my fucking mental sanity. uh, and also for distract myself a little talking about things I like. And in this case, I want to talk about Misborne because oh my fucking god, what a fucking final. What a way to end a book had the hero of ages. Oh my fucking lord! Is the kind of if the kind of end or final that I love is like, yes, you won, but at what cost? You know, and I just love that the way it made me feel. It was just marvelous. I love it, and I want to talk a little about the first Mistboard era. But I think that I'm going to talk to you a little. If you don't know anything about this series, um, why you should read it? I mean, maybe you have that Sanderson the fan friend that it's telling you, and it's been really insisted with you reading Sanderson, like, do fucking read it. It's fucking awesome. And you're fucking tired of him, but you have to know he's a good friend. But the thing is this is like the concept of Mistborn, the main concept. Imagine that fantasy world, like a fantasy world with its magics and its humans and its species and all that things. Okay, now remember that millennium fight that happens 1,000 years ago of good against evil and the battle to end all battles, the battle that defines the war. Okay, imagine that battle was won by the bad guy. Yes, imagine like the Lord of the Rings, Sauron fucking won. You see, and it's governing anything, everything. I'm sorry. That's the main concept behind the Misborne series. It's pretty interesting, but I also love how it twisted. Like it takes some fantasy cliches and give it a plot twist. Like it give it a turn and it make it something completely new. Like the myth of the chosen one and all that crap. It's incredible the way Sanderson take these cliches and make something original out of it. And also, other of the great points of these books are the characters. They are just fucking incredible. It's incredible how you see them develop. Being the main character, it has a character arc that will be really heart touching for a lot of people. And I think anyone with that it's kind of youth, like if you're like kind of a teenager or a young adult, something like that, like you will learn a lot about culture. Another of the main characters in the series. You'll just love that man. I guarantee. And his philosophy of life is it's just incredible. It's Misborn is surely something you have to read for yourself. And the best part is that, for example, the first book, The Final Empire, is completely self concluded. I mean, if you just want to read one book, if you don't want to read this trilogy and then all the other books, you can do it. Like, yeah, there'll be some questions that they'll be in the air, like, no one knows really what this is, but you but the history that starts in the Final Empire concludes in the Final Empire. After that, if you want to read it, and you probably will, believe me, that's your thing. But at least try with the Final Empire because it's awesome, and I do believe that that book will help you more and teach you more than any shitty self-help book. Believe me, it's fucking incredible, it's heart touching, and it makes you reflect in a lot of things. But we're going to talk now with spoilers, and you don't want that, believe me. Well, let's start with the Final Empire, with that moment, and I'm talking about Clister's death. Like that's the fucking moment. I mean, they already told you, like this is a world in which people is being oppressed, in which people die daily, because they are seen like things, you know, like life of the sky is not worth much. They told you that, so you should already be like, no one is safe here. But you know, then Kelsier died, and that's the moment you say like, holy fucking shit. Like holy fucking shit. Really no one's fucking safe here. And that's nothing compared to the end of the Hero of Ages. I you know, fuck it. This part is for people that already read the first trilogy, and you know, in the end of the Hero of Ages, I was expecting them to make a fucking Dragon Ball until the fucking end. Until the fucking end. I was like, okay, okay, now you're going to resurrect them, right? You're going to, right? Right? And that moment fucking kills me. Like they won, but at what fucking cost? It made me feel something that few opus has made me feel. Few books, few video games, few histories in general. That is that like a sweet sour sensation that I fucking love. It the only things that has made me feel this way are It by Stephen King, Cyberpunk. I know it's kind of controversial game. I'll talk about that game one day because I was really like CDPR is undefendable, but if you were lucky like me and played with almost no books, you know how awesome the game history is. But we'll talk about that another fucking day because oh, I have a lot to say about that thing. But going back to Mistborn, ah, God, the am I the only one who was thinking like, you know, like in the end by Linkin Park, like it will be like it's a really good theme for this final battle. Like in the end, like I don't know, but my head was reproducing that song. You know, like the ambient, the all the trust topic in the series, and I don't know. I was just thinking about that song. Anyway, the thing is, it was really heartbreaking when those two died. I mean, I just I empathize with him so much, and I loved so much. He's developed from nerd to fucking king. I'm making it the best he can, because he wants to build a better world. He wants with all his heart, but the circumstances, you know, but the fucking circumstances. He did it the best he can, but he had to do horrible things in order to maintain order, you know. And that's something I love that character so much, you know. I empathize with everything in that with that man, not like his wishes, his dreams, and it hurt so much once he died, and I couldn't believe it until the last word of the fucking book. I was expecting them to fucking resurrect them, but it was not possible. But you know, at least they're in a better place, and it's something we know, Says told us that, and we'll talk about size too. But you know, also I love the I really love the dynamic between the characters and how everyone and everything is important at some level. Everyone has a function in the history, and nothing, absolutely nothing, it's left to your imagination. I mean, it's a book. Of course, you're going to use your imagination, but I mean, there are not such a thing as some logic fail in these books. Like everything Sanderson think, every doubt you have, it going to be answered because that man doesn't let like anything unconcluded. Everything has a why and an explanation, and that's fucking incredible. I mean, how they resolve the Hero of Ages puzzle, that the legend, how is it that it's incredible? It was all thought. It was one of those moments that you say like, motherfucker, you had it all planned. Holy fucking shit. And it's incredible. And also you're going to there are some like problems that you have theories and some of them will be truth and you're like, oh my god, I feel so fucking good about it. And it's incredible. And i also I also love the political conflicts in these books, in the specifically in the world of Ascension. I love it that like people fuck things up, being fuck things up with the best of intentions, but she fucked things up. And it was incredible. And the political conflicts, how everyone wants the power, I love it. I read and I was just like, God, I love it. I mean, I'm sorry if this is kind of repetitive, but these videos are for just me talking about things I love. And well, if you don't like it, then fuck you. But anyway, uh, I don't know. I, God, I really, I'm really wishing for to have some vacation so I can go to the next Misborne era. I'm dying for read those things. But the I just love this. I love these books. I love the characters, the world, the ambientation. I mean, just like the ambientation Mistbotrne has is incredible. There are some pictures you're going to make in your head that will be just fucking beautiful. The sense of style Sanderson has in his books is awesome. Like that that ash stained world with a red sky, like God, it's something incredible. I always imagine it's something like Bloodborne like, I guess, but it was fucking gorgeous. I love to go to into that world and go through whatever my favorite characters were going through. It was incredible what that man can do. His talent is incredible, and I know he's kind of controversial, and even he says one that he'll understand why someone will pirate his books. I personally don't give a fuck. I believe in the complete distinction between art and artists. And I'm not going to tell you to even fucking buy it, but like, just fucking read it. Seriously. Like, this is a part of the video in which no one who has read the books should be. But if you are, even with all the spoilers, like, please fucking read it. It's incredible. And believe me, the way they happens, they you know what happens but not how they happen. You don't have all the context, and there are things that you want to experience for yourself. And before ending the video, we have to talk about fucking Spook. I mean, that man went from zero to hero. Like he has, I've I don't remember my heart bumping so fast ever with a book like it was with the Survivor of Flames scene. When everything is going straight up to hell, and Spook goes into that fucking building, teen off, feeling nothing, feeling numb. I mean, there is something about the words he uses there that it'll make your heart bump out of your chest. It's magnificent. It's masterful. It's incredible. Spook, be, it was no one in the previous books, but the all the protagonism he gets into the Hero of Ages is just incredible. I mean, how he was used and how he becomes something from for himself, by himself. You know, it wasn't with help. It wasn't because of Ruin. It wasn't because of Kelsier. He, his own actions makes him a bloody hero. When he break the strings that were controlling him and decide to act for himself, was just it was just incredible. I think it's my favorite scene in any book of Hug. It's not that I've read a lot, unfortunately. I also made a video about one day about how they make us like how the school like fucking makes you hate the books. At least in Latin America, I don't know in the U.S. or in any other first world country. But here it's as if they try actively to fucking make you hate the books. It's like they want to make you an idiot. But that's a topic for another video. Anyway, I think those are my holy shit. 70 minutes. Jesus fucking Christ. Uh, I'll have to put images into all these things. I'm still deciding what I'm going to put there because I love talk about things I love, but not not editing. I hate that fucking shit. But anyway, if you've seen this, thank you. If you like, you know what to do. And I'll try to be kind of constant with these videos because I really enjoy it. I'm really enjoyed making this. And I will appreciate your support. If you have any thoughts about it, something you want to talk about, and you're free to tell it. You're free to tell it. And if there's something you would like to some kind of critic you want to make is more than welcome. Of course, if it's constructive, if there's something objective that you say, you can be better at this. But I'm going to tell you this. I don't think I ever going to make scripts about these videos because the point is like just tell you what I like about it. I think it's way more pure about that way and I enjoy it more that way too. But anyway,